In this video, we take a closer look at the extravagant lifestyles of some of the most iconic NBA legends and the jaw-dropping amounts of money they have spent over the years. From multi-million-dollar mansions to luxury cars and private jets, these players have spared no expense in their pursuit of the ultimate indulgence. Join us as we delve into the world of the rich and famous and explore the mind-boggling millions spent by NBA legends. NBA superstars spend their millions in this style. Michael Jordan was our starting point because he obtained a luxurious G550 personal jet. Equipped with a personal Wi-Fi spot, a fully stocked bar in the house, and a $350,000 elephant print painting merely to match his shoes. In addition to costing Jordan $61 million, operating this jet alone costs him $3 million annually. Shaq is spending just as much as Jordan. It's because this guy spent millions modifying cars, like adding butterfly doors to his Hellcat and Kobe-themed decorations to his Rolls-Royce. Even better, he built his custom monster vehicle. Smith Shaq has achieved everything. Additionally, the total value of all 40 of his unique vehicles is almost $5 million. Shaq continues to whip, but Dwayne Wade continues to kick because he designed the most expensive basketball sneakers ever manufactured. They're not only strapped with diamonds, sapphires, and solid 18-karat gold, but they're also worth a ridiculous $4 million. But don't get it twisted. Sometimes, players flex a little too hard and they end up losing everything. Back in the 90s, a young Allen Iverson was balling now on and off the court. We've been poor for 20 years plus, and I mean I finally came into some money now. You know I want to live a little bit now. Yes, he was spending all his millions buying Lambos and Bentleys, flying private jets, and even getting a $5 million mansion. AI's life was like a movie, but eventually he started splurging too hard. Because by the early 2000s, he was throwing his money away. Spending $40K a night at the club, drops hundreds of thousands at the casino, and even gives away six-figure cars to his teammates. So by the time AI retired, he won't have that much money anymore. Spending over $360,000 every month, that's $4.3 million a year, and without the NBA money coming, paying bills became impossible. So he started drowning in debt, even being sued by his jeweler for failing to pay over $850,000 in debt. And by 2012, AI's pockets were empty, leaving them with no choice but to declare bankruptcy. These guys will spend every dollar trying to flex. But some NBA legends don't spend a dime like LeBron. So there's this morning TV talk show clip of Dwayne Wade talking to Kelly Ripa, and Kelly asks who is the cheapest guy in the NBA, and Dwayne Wade said LeBron James. So in the mid-2000s, Rodman hired someone else to handle his finances, his closest friend Peggy Fulford. And at first, everything seemed fine. Rodman kept doing his thing, spending worry-free while Peggy was making sure his money was in good hands. But in 2012, Rodman noticed something strange. His electricity, his water, and everything in his house were turned off, and he started getting letters in the mail saying his bills weren't getting paid. And after doing some digging, Rodman learned something unnerving. But in 3 years, Rodman's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, and others in Rodman's team will discover that Peggy is faking her credentials. They'll accuse her for stealing quite a ton of money from the NBA All-Star. Rodman's friend was robbing him blind, stealing over $1.2 million. But in 2018, Peggy was officially found guilty of financial fraud. And not only was she forced to pay Rodman back, but she was also sentenced to 10 years in prison. Rodman got played, but what's even more twisted than that is how Dwight Howard spends his money. Because this dude is dropping hundreds of thousands on snakes. According to him, he has some of the biggest snakes. He thinks that people have a misunderstanding about snakes. Yes, Dwight loves snakes, and over the years, he's purchased over 40 of them, which is a lot of Slytherin. Dwight not only hired 2 full-time caretakers, but he also dropped over $100,000 building them their very own snake mansions. We now have Kevin Durant. What's interesting about him is he spent millions of dollars buying his own professional sports team. These days, every legend has got its team. LeBron owns Liverpool Football Club, Giannis has the Milwaukee Brewers, and Steph even owns an esports team. But KD is a little different, because in 2022, he went out and dropped over $1 million, becoming the proud owner of a Major League pickleball team. Someone who may hardly catch up is Charles Barkley, because he has an addiction and it's costing him tens of millions of dollars. It's gambling. In 1990, Barkley got in trouble with the league and was forced to find a new way to gamble. So, to satisfy himself, he decided to raise the stakes by going to Las Vegas. And that's where Charles went completely off the rails. You know, I went to Vegas a bunch of times and won $1 million in a weekend, probably 10 times. But I've also gone to Vegas and lost $1 million, probably 3 times that much, he said. According to Chuck, his gambling addiction has cost him over $20 million. This guy did have a problem. But he's not the only one, because Giannis is obsessed with buying shoes. He owns around 4,000 pairs of shoes. And all those kicks are costing Giannis an arm and a foot. Because if you add up every pair he owns, Giannis spent at least $480,000 on shoes. But look, $480,000 is a chump change to some legends because James Harden spent over $1 million in a single night. In 2017, when Harden was playing for the Houston Rockets, he was looking for a place to chill, party, and do his thing. So he hit the hottest club in all of Houston Dreams. And it was there. Harden partied hard, dropping over $1.4 million in one night. Yes, those bands made him dance. And to pay their respect, they decided to honor James by retiring his jersey inside the club. This dude hardly made it to the strip club of fame. What a legend! But look, we got to talk about Russell Westbrook for a second. Since Russell has spent millions of dollars buying clothes, he has been into fashion ever since he was a kid. And when he started cashing those NBA checks, he wanted to make a fashion statement. So he started buying up entire stores wearing outfits that make headlines. It's like he got a brand new outfit every day. Oh wait, he literally does. And dressing like this will run your pockets. According to Russell, he spends over $350,000 on clothes every single year. But there's more. Stephen Curry has fallen even harder. In 2022, after winning his 4th NBA championship, Steph wanted to celebrate big time. So he bought his very own vacation home, a 4,200 square foot mansion in Winter Park, Florida, worth $1 million. Look, we've seen all legends spend their millions. But this time, we add a few zeros because we got to talk about how Michael Jordan spends his billions. As a player, Jordan didn't spend too much. He bought some cars and a mansion, nothing too crazy for someone like MJ. But when he retired from the NBA, Jordan developed an urge to splurge. So he started spending crazily. He spent $15 million on his golf course, $25 million on a NASCAR team, and $88 million on not one, but 2 luxury yachts. But in 2010, Jordan made his greatest purchase yet, buying the Charlotte Hornets for $175 million. And this deal was historic because it not only made Jordan the first player to own their own NBA team, but it also turned Michael Jordan into a billionaire. But wait, there's one more icon we have to discuss, and that's Kobe Bryant, whose use of his millions was more valuable than just financial gain. To aid those in need, Kobe Bryant established the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation back in 2007. And he did that. From constructing a $1 million facility to support veterans to installing social services buildings to assist homeless youngsters. Helping people was Kobe's life's work. He even gave more Make-A-Wishes than any other player in NBA history. In 2020, The world lost a legend, but Kobe's commitment to helping others endures forever. Kobe's wife Vanessa wanted to rename their charity to the Mamba and Mambasita Foundation in memory of him and Gigi following his passing. And this group is making Kobe happy by generating millions of dollars each year to give vulnerable children access to sports. And the honor of Kobe and Gigi. Wow, what a way to spend a few $1,000,000! Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as always. Thank you in advance for your feedback. I am Miss Luxurious, signing off for now. Do not forget to visit our YouTube luxury channel Luxoid to explore the exemplification of the great state of comfort and extravagant living.